Today's daily code problem of the day is power of 4, number 342. For this problem, we're given an integer called n, and we want to return true if it is a power of 4. Otherwise, we will return false. An integer n is power of 4 if there's an existing integer x such that n is equal to 4 to the power of x. So for this problem, we could simply use recursion to identify if this is a power of 4 by simply dividing our number over and over by 4 until we either get 1 or not 1, which would mean that it is not a power 4. So let's just jump into it. So if n is equal to 1, that means our number is a power of 4. It is true, simply because 4 to the power of 0 is 1, and then 4 to the power of 1 is 4, 4 to the power of 2 is 16, so on and so forth. So n is equal to 1 is our very base case because that would be 4 to the power of 0. And we will simulate removing a power all the way down to 4 to the power of 0, basically. Otherwise, we'll check if n is less than or equal to 0. Then no matter what, 4 to the power of anything will never be equal to 0 or less than 0. Also, if n modulus 4 is not equal to 0, then it also can't be a power 4. So if the number we have is not evenly divisible by 0, and it's either negative or 0, then we have to return false because there's no way that thing is a power 4. Now here's where our recursion comes in. Basically, we're going to return this function over and over, but we're always going to pass n divided by 4. So how does this work? Let's take a number like 32, for example. This number is divisible by 4, but it is not a factor of 4, or there's no power that will get us this number, and we could check that by first dividing it by 4. So 32 divided by 4, that gets us 8. Okay, so 8 divided by 4, that gets us 2. Can 2 be divided by 4? No. So this 32 is not a power of 4. But if we take a number like 16, for example, though, 16 divided by 4, that gets us 4. And then 4 divided by 4, that gets us 1. And so n equals 1, we're going to return true. So that is how all of this works. So if we run this, passes our test cases, and if we submit it, passes all solutions. So thank you, and follow for more daily LeetCode solutions.